You finish a delicious heavy meal late at night. You feel that comfortable drowsiness taking over you. You are too lazy to get up and wash your hands, so you wipe them on a tissue and fall asleep. You think that a little grease on your fingers is harmless? You think that the smell of food will just fade away? But you do not realize that you have just rang a dinner bell, a bell that calls the creatures of the dark to your bed. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, gave us a warning that is specific and terrifying in its wording. He told us that whoever sleeps with grease on his hand and something harms him, let him blame no one but himself. This hadith is found in the authentic books of Sunan, and it carries a tone of severe caution and responsibility. It implies that the danger is so preventable and obvious that if you ignore it, you have no right to complain. But what exactly is the danger waiting in the dark? What is the creature that smells the grease on your skin? Is it a physical beast that crawls on 4 legs, or is it a spiritual beast that we cannot see? The word used in the hadith refers to gamr. This specifically means the smell of meat or fat. It is the residue that stays on your fingers after eating, especially after eating heavy meals like lamb or beef. In the time of the Prophet, people ate with their hands, and water was sometimes scarce in the desert environment, so a person might be tempted to just wipe their hands and go to sleep without washing them thoroughly with water. The scholars explain that this smell attracts all Hawaiian. These are the vermin and the creeping creatures of the earth. This includes rats and mice and scorpions and snakes, and insects that have a strong sense of smell. Imagine a rat smelling the fat on your sleeping hand. It comes out of its hole while you are unconscious. It climbs onto your bed and approaches your face, and it might bite your fingers thinking they are food. This has happened to many people throughout history. Rats are known to bite the fingers and ears of sleepers, and their bite carries diseases and infections and pain. This is the physical beast that the hadith warns about. But there is a deeper and darker side to this warning, because the animals are not the only ones who eat. The Jinn and the shayateen also have a diet, and they are attracted to filth and strong odors. The Jinn are attracted to the leftovers of human food, especially bones and meat that have not been blessed. If you sleep with the residue of food on your skin, you become a walking buffet for the entities of the night. Some scholars of the unseen mention a terrifying possibility. They say that certain Jinn lick the fingers of the sleeper. They feed on the grease that you were too lazy to wash, and this contact allows them to harm you spiritually. This physical contact breaks your spiritual barrier. It allows them to come close to your aura and energy. And this is why people who sleep dirty often have nightmares. They dream of being bitten or chased by wild animals. This is the influence of the beast nearby. The Jinn is so close to you that it affects your dreams. It creates a state of terror and anxiety in your sleep, all because you did not wash your hands before bed. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was teaching us hygiene, but he was also teaching us spiritual defense. He knew that cleanliness is a shield against the devil, and filth is a magnet that draws the devil in. We live in modern houses and we think we are safe. We think we do not have rats or scorpions in our rooms, so we ignore this advice thinking it is outdated. But the spiritual danger is the same in every century. You might not wake up with a rat biting your finger, but you might wake up with a Jinn sitting on your chest. You might wake up with unexplainable scratches on your skin, or with a heaviness that ruins your entire morning. This warning extends to the mouth as well. If you sleep with food particles stuck in your teeth, or with the smell of food strong on your breath, you are inviting the same harm to your face. This is why the siwak was so important to the Prophet. He would use the toothstick before he went to sleep, and he would use it immediately when he woke up to keep his mouth clean and fresh and protected. We see a pattern in all the sunnas of sleep. They are all designed to protect the vulnerable human. When you sleep, you are essentially dead to the world. You cannot defend yourself, and you cannot run away. So, the Prophet gave us a pre-sleep checklist. Dust the bed to remove the physical harm. Recite the Ayatul Kursi to remove the spiritual harm, and wash the hands and mouth to remove the attractant. It is like closing the windows and locking the doors. If you leave your hands greasy, you left a window open, and you cannot blame the thief for entering the house if you left the window wide open for him. The phrase, "let him blame no one but himself," is scary. It means that on the day of judgment or in this life, you cannot say, "Oh Allah, why did you let this happen?" because Allah sent you a messenger who warned you clearly. It puts the responsibility squarely on your shoulders. It kills the victim mentality that many of us have. We like to blame magic or the evil eye for everything. But sometimes we are the ones who invited the trouble. So how do we apply this in our modern lives? We love to snack while watching movies in bed. We eat chips and popcorn and sweets late at night, and we often fall asleep with the remote in our hand. This is the habit we need to break immediately. The kitchen should be closed before you go to the bedroom. If you do eat late, make sure you go to the sink and wash your hands with soap and water thoroughly. Do not just use a wet wipe or a sanitizer. You need to remove the game or the actual grease. Soap breaks down the fat and removes the smell, and water purifies the skin physically and ritually. Ideally, you should perform wudu before sleep. This washes the hands and the mouth and the face. It puts you in a state of ritual purity called tahara, and the angels gather around the person who sleeps in wudu. The Prophet said, "Whoever sleeps in a state of purity, an angel spends the night in his garment next to him. And every time the person turns over during the night, the angel says, 'Oh Allah, forgive your slave.'" Compare the two scenarios and choose your companion. You can sleep dirty and have a best like your hand, or you can sleep pure and have an angel pray for you. The choice is simple and the effort is small. This advice is also crucial for parents of children. Children often fall asleep while eating or drinking milk. Parents must ensure they wipe the child's mouth and hands to protect their innocent souls from the harm of the night. If your child wakes up screaming with night terrors, check their hygiene and check their routine before bed. Did they sleep with sticky hands or a dirty face? Clean them up and recite the protections over them. The religion of Islam covers every aspect of life. It does not leave us guessing about anything. It tells us how to pray and how to sleep and eat to ensure our safety in this world and the next. Do not look at these rules as burdens or restrictions. Look at them as the advice of a loving father or the guidance of a protector who sees what you don't. The Prophet saw the beasts that wait in the dark, and he wanted his ummah to be safe from them. So tonight, when you finish your dinner or your snack, look at your hands and remember the warning. Remember the creature that is attracted to the scent. Stand up and go to the bathroom and wash it off. Scrub the smell away and rinse your mouth out, and go to bed clean and pure and confident, knowing that you have closed the door to the harm. Let us revive this forgotten sunnah in our homes. Let us teach it to our families and our friends, and let us be the people who sleep with the angels, and not the people who feed the beasts. We ask Allah to protect us from the harm of the night.